Welcome to Los Caballeros Sports Village for Finals Sunday as the women get ready here for a U.S. Open of Handball title. A little later on, Dave Fink will have Toddy Severa, Nadia Alvarado Jr. up against the Irish kids of Jer Coonan, as well as Mike Gregan, and then the men's finals, Paul Brady versus Charlie Shanks. Though, for this one, it's Aisling Reilly and Megan Mehilos in a rematch.
Well, Dave, I believe this very well could be the blockbuster match of the day. These two split the last two finals in 2010 and 2011. This is the rubber match. Megan Mehilos, Dave, very, very focused here. She's very similar to Paul Brady. She'll only enter 1 or 2 events a year, and she trains for them, she prepares for them, and she expects to win them. Ashley, Dave, coming off a world championship win just last week and trying to bounce back 10,000 miles away with a different ball in a different court and win another prestigious championship.
Right now, playing for a top prize of $5,000. When this concludes, we'll have the men's open doubles final. They'll be the champions of that will receive $5,000 each. And the day culminates with a noon men's open singles final, $10,000 to the champion.
You heard that announcement from John.
To get things started here, we're going to have receiving serve from the U.S., Megan Mehilos.
She is the #1 player in the United States. Megan Mehilos, there's a round of applause for her, wearing the red and the red headband.
And serving fresh off a world championship performance from Ireland, Aisling Reilly.
The best player in the world, the best player in Ireland, of course, goes without question, Aisling Reilly.
I thought you said tails. No, she said tails. It was tails, and I heard you say tails, right? Yeah. And we're starting with controversy, but
we have an argument already before the actual match.
And it will be the only argument of the day from either woman. That would have been called an avoidable, Dave, in big ball, and you would have agreed with it.
Perhaps I would. That's a nice dig right there from Reilly. Megan goes down to the corner and does what she does so well.
Aisling, Dave, has really reshaped her body. She is one of the fittest people I've ever seen. She's always been fit, Dave, but she's taken that to a new level. Megan also looks unbelievably fit, saying that she spends at least 2 days a week CrossFit training. Well, we also playing handball about 4 times a week.
Well, we could have seen this matchup just a couple weeks ago, but Megan Mehilos, as a school teacher, could not take the time off to the World Championships and this tournament at the same time. It was a little easier for Aisling Reilly to do, but Megan couldn't do it, so she had to pick one or the other. And this one, she said, fell into her plans just a little bit easier than that World Championship. But we could have very well seen this matchup in Ireland, Dave.
Side out.
You'll see Megan, Dave, using the corners a lot more than Aisling. Aisling drives the ball down the wall and kills the ball straight off the front wall. And there's an example of it, Dave, as Aisling threads the needle. She's only about 2 feet from the right wall there, but she has enough control to hit the shot right back down the right wall.
Serving one.
Last year, Dave, it was Aisling who won the first game easily in this match. She had a big lead in game number 2, then everything just seemed to fall apart. Only scored 3 points
serving one.
For the remainder of the match after taking a 13-6 second game lead. Megan, Dave, has not lost a tournament match in 2 years. That includes the 3-Wall Nationals and also the Simple Green U.S. Open.
Serving one.
Aisling told me this morning that this was too early for her, and I said, you know, this is 3 o'clock back in Ireland. And she said, no, it's still 8 o'clock in the morning to me, 9 o'clock in the morning to me.
Well, she's been here for 5 days, Dave, so I'm not sure that she's still on Ireland time.
Well, I was in Ireland for 2 weeks, and I came back home and was still in Pacific Standard Time. going to bed at 4 or 5 in the morning every night. I never acclimated when I was in Ireland.
I slept for 11 hours a night there.
1, serving 2.
Well, that's because people have responsibilities, I guess. This was a close match in 2011.
Well, it's really a tale of 2 matches in 2011. Aisling dominating the first part of it and Megan dominating the second part of it.
Point.
Beautiful shot there from Aisling, and you can see she has the patience and the poise to let that
3, serving 1.
difficult shot drop.
Point.
And Dave, have you ever seen a more fluid swing than Aisling Reilly off the back wall? It's just fundamentally perfect.
Well, she looks really good right now, and I have not seen
4,
a better swing. But not just the back wall. Her in the dotted line play right here looks so smooth, Dave. And I don't know if it's the Irish whip or the fact that she knows how to sweep around and keep her arms so level, but it just looks pretty.
Well, let's take a look at that very last replay. I thought she would struggle with this shot, Dave, as it just does pop off the back wall. She gets behind it and just drills a kill shot 3 inches high. Megan not expecting her to go down to the bottom board. And Megan was playing a little bit too far back. You don't play against too many people, Dave, that'll shoot this. And you see that double bounce, Dave, before the short line from 38 feet on a ball that's dropping vertically from the back wall. Very difficult shot. Megan now is always in control of her emotions, Dave, and she's not the type of player that'll let her ego or pride get in the way of calling a timeout if her opponent does start making a good run. She's got a system. You'll see her call timeouts if she feels like her opponent is on a roll or scoring 3 or more points in a row.
5, serving 1.
The score there is 5-1.
Point.
Now Megan's going to start doubting herself a little bit if Aisling just continues these
6, serving 1.
these drives.
Well, Megan started very slowly last year. There were some rumblings that Aisling was playing with a severely injured bicep muscle in her right arm last year. That just became so painful she really couldn't swing. She actually has a pinched nerve, Dave, that's in her neck that goes down into her right shoulder, and she says when it's aggravated she can't feel her arm. Now, she doesn't make excuses, Dave. These are just things that she might talk about if you're just having a conversation, but I do know that that happened last year, and right now she looks, Dave, about as good as anyone I've ever seen play this sport. I believe, Dave, that we have Aisling Reilly to blame for Anna Engel retiring from the sport, as she beat Anna Engel so badly in 2009 at the World Championships in Portland that Anna never wanted to step on the court again in tournament play.
Short.
Very well could be. Certainly that was an amazing performance from Aisling Reilly in the semifinals of the 2009 World Championships.
Point.
And there's a point for Megan Mehilos after that timeout. Her mom, Terry, in the stands.
Also Coach Terry.
Megan does have a pretty good system. She serves the ball and then she looks to shoot the next one.
Point.
I don't agree with that shot choice right there, but it was obviously a good one for Megan Mehilos.
Well, I do agree with it. I think when players run around their left to use their right, they give themselves so many more options. Aisling had to guess.
Point.
Looked like Megan was going to drive the ball down the right, but she pinched the corner with Ashley leaning to the right. And another quick point, and Megan's now scored 3 in a row here in this inning.
Point.
Make that 4 in a row.
You won't see a lot of hand airs or unforced airs from either of these ladies. They're both very steady and very consistent. See a lot of great shot making. And you see Megan again going to the corner.
Side out.
And Megan finally makes the air on the 23rd shot of that rally. But Dave, the difference in that rally is compared to last year or a couple years ago, Ashling's making those digs in the front court. That improved fitness, Dave, has given her a little bit more burst with her first step. And now she's become not only one of the great shot makers, but one of the great retrievers in the women's game.
She still has a nonchalant style about her, but it almost seems like she's minimizing her energy in the court and then maximizing her power when she steps in.
My eye, you think that one or the earlier one? I thought you.
I agree with Megan here, actually,
that
Dave.
Was borderline. I thought you wanted the shot. Okay.
I don't know why Megan would want that shot.
If that's what you want, though.
The ball came right over Ashling's left shoulder. Megan had no play on it and completely shanked the ball off of her right hand. I definitely see her argument here, Dave.
So I said that wrong. Our score is now 9 serving 5.
The score actually should be 10-5. Our referee confused and took a point away from Aisling Reilly there.
I called it short, call stands.
Well, maybe
they both agree, yes.
He gave Megan that call.
He didn't.
Subliminally.
But as you said yesterday, Dave, the right call ended up being made. I believe it should have been a hinder.
Point.
And Dave, you just can't hit a better shot than that with better technique.
10 serving 5. Point.
And Aisling throws a big wrinkle on that power serve to the left.
11 serving 5.
And that's something that we're not used to seeing from her, mostly because she plays with a much lighter ball in Ireland that doesn't really hop. Here she's playing with the men's 21 ball, which does hop.
Serving 11.
Maybe not as much as you would like it to hop, Dave.
No, I thought that was very effective. Those fadeaways into the side walls at points of impact are the most effective hop serves. But I don't think Aisling really has a hop because of that light ball, but she certainly does with this hard ball. They're playing with the men's 21 here.
Side out.
That crunching you're hearing is, Dave, your third breakfast, I think, of the morning.
Of the month.
Short.
There's nothing like watching handball, talking about it,
Second serve.
and having a breakfast. Or 5.
Hmm.
It's going to be a setup here. Megan's going to go overhand on that shot.
Megan goes Abe Montijo on that shot, and it works.
5 serving 11. Side out.
Megan defeating Sandy Ng in her first round. Sandy's a
serving 5.
young and rising superstar, and then took out her longtime rival Courtney Pachot in the semifinals. It was Aisling Reilly, Dave, taking out Biddy Bidigan, who's a top American junior prospect, and then Tracy Davis. Both women winning each of their matches in straight sets, not pushed, and then they had yesterday off. So we should be seeing both these women at their very best.
11 serving 5. Side out.
Ashley moves out a little bit too quickly there and catches the back wall shot a little bit behind her. Megan, Dave, trailing 11-5, but she's playing very good ball, and a couple of good serves and corner kills, and she'll be right back in this game.
Well, this could be one right there, and she goes for it and gets it. Now it's a beautiful shot right down the barrel of the gun as Megan Mehilos puts that in the right corner. You feel that Aisling Reilly's biggest knock is that she does make a lot of hand errors?
Well, we've seen some of that, but it seems to be minimized here recently, particularly since that first game loss at the World Championships to Fiona, where she looked all out of sorts. Looked like that might be a 30-minute blowout. She lost game number 1, 21-9, but then in that second and third game, Dave, she just played flawless handball, and we've seen her play flawless handball here as well.
Megan almost went down to the ground for the third time there. She has to be feeling it, even though she has a lot of training prior to this.
Amazing shot from Megan. Dave,
look at that. Dave, look at that. That was beautiful from Megan Mehilos, and she gets a round of applause, and she's also breathing rather hard here. This is really good handball right now, Dave.
Well, this is just two of the best women in the world at their very best. I don't see any weakness in either of their games. Absolutely unbelievable to watch. And you see Megan throws a reverse on that to run the ball into the side wall, away from Aisling.
Serving 7.
Remember, Dave, it was Aisling that got off to a quick start, led 5-1, and she's
screen. Very slow call, but
oh, I'm shocked at that call, Dave.
Calling a screen serve. A little too close. One screen.
Well, actually, it wasn't close at all, Dave. It was about 2 feet behind Aisling. I think we will take an instant replay of that serve after this rally and just show you how badly the referee missed that call. Megan didn't even ask for a screen. She was looking up and saying it was 2 bounces.
Point.
Here's that serve, Dave. Let's take a look here.
Megan is, yeah, it could be considered a screen,
12,
Dave.
serving 7.
Referee's also on that left side, so it probably even looks bigger to him.
Love how Megan uses the fist, Dave, when she's retrieving those low kill shots and just punches them down the walls.
Point.
Great shot from Megan, as that's a high percentage play. She hits a pass about 10 inches high, pops it into the side wall, so even if Aisling is able to make the get, nothing she can do with that shot.
No, side out.
Rare air there from Megan.
12, serving 8.
What's her favorite shot in the right corner?
Point.
And that's just amazing, Dave. A wide angle corner kill from 37 feet
13, serving 8.
off of her back foot. Off a pretty good return from Megan Mehilos.
Megan is wearing the red shirt. Aisling Reilly wearing the blue. Aisling returning the serve here.
Serving 13.
Megan serving at 8-13.
Point.
And Aisling taking a couple extra seconds to get up there.
9, serving 13.
You have to give Aisling, Dave, a lot of credit for coming to this event. She competed in both divisions at the World Championships last week, winning the singles and losing in the doubles. But to come over here, Dave, and challenge the best player in the United States just 1 week after playing in the World Championships, flying 10,000 miles. This is how you grow the sport, Dave. Getting the best players to play against one another.
Even under extreme circumstances.
That's right.
Nice shot right there. Aisling Reilly, great camera work, looking right down the hand there as it floats to the front wall with a little leverage from Aisling Reilly at 13-10 now. Our world champion, Aisling Reilly.
Megan loves to hit those 3-wall wraparounds. She can hit them with both hands, open hand or fist.
That was a good recovery right there from Reilly.
But you see the discipline from Megan there. She goes back to the ceiling. A lot of players would have tried to shoot that shot from 35 feet. But Megan knows she's returning serve here. She's not going to take any kind of high-risk shots. And that time, that ceiling shot just a little bit too tough from Aisling.
Serving 10.
That's one of those shots, Dave, where it helps to be a little bit taller. Because if you take it off the back wall, it comes off so low that it's difficult to play. But if you don't have the height, you can't take it off the bounce. That's that.
Mehilos, that's your second. 1 minute.
And we'll take a look, Dave, at that very last shot from Aisling. The high V, which is similar to a ceiling shot as it puts you in the back court. But if it's hit properly, it's very difficult to return.
Here is that replay brought to you by Tucson Rolling Shutters. Left-hand poke over there to that top side of the left wall.
And Dave, we talk a lot about the two-wall pass, but that's the soft high V, which is a similar angle but deeper. It gets behind the opponent, and then you're forced to try and scoop the ball off the back wall as it's tailing down and away from you.
This is the Simple Green U.S. Open of Handball Women's Finals between Aisling Reilly and Megan Mehilos. They've created a little rivalry here. I mean, why not? The best player in America versus the best player in Ireland, who's now the best player in the world. And Megan Mehilos defeated her last year in this tournament.
Well, Dave, these ladies are so evenly matched that the slow start from Megan Mehilos here in game number 1 could prove to be the difference, because really you have to think they're not separated by more than 1 or 2 points in a game, and Megan gave away 5 points early.
And 3 just a second ago.
15, serving 10.
This will be a critical rally here for Megan as she took a timeout trying to break Aisling's momentum.
I don't believe that Megan's intimidated at all by the Reilly power, or vice versa, as both players routinely spar with
16,
stronger opponents. But I believe that the pace of the game might be stunning for Megan Mehilos.
Point.
Just an incredible shot as that squelches out straight on the right wall. Megan has to play for the front wall, side wall, carom.
17, serving 10.
Aisling hit that with just enough natural to straighten the ball out when it hit the front wall.
Point. Shot.
And right now, Aisling Reilly just rolling. Megan tried to stop the momentum with a 15-10 timeout, but since then, Aisling scored 3 more points.
Serving 10.
And now she's completely in control here in game number 1. Megan, Dave, plays very similar to Fiona Shannon, the 3-time world champion that Aisling just defeated last week in Ireland for the World Championships. Be a very interesting match, Dave, between those two. Very steady players.
10, serving 18.
Dave, I think Aisling is comfortable against Megan's style, having played and sparred against Fiona for so long.
This would be a big setup for Megan Mehilos. She goes down. She had a strange bad bounce off the back wall, or she was unable to track it correctly because she lost her feet there.
Well, we'll see if we can take an instant replay of that really quick. Watch how Aisling jumps back into play, and this puts a little bit of pressure on Megan as well. Watch how Aisling jumps back in there. A lot of players you would see stick on the right side wall and be completely out of position.
Side out.
But Aisling knows, Dave, that she needs to get back to the middle of the court to play the next shot, and unfortunately for Megan, lost her footing. I think she misjudged where the ball was on the back wall. Beautiful two-wall pass. That's a shot that very few players practice, and you see a lot of airs on that shot, even though it's a very easy shot. And that time Megan just blasted a two-wall pass right past Ashlyn.
11 serves 18. Referee calls a score there. Are you hearing the court sounds through your headset?
Very
lightly.
Slightly.
Okay. Like they just went away.
These ladies, Dave, hitting the ball so hard that I think I can hear it because we're behind the right side wall.
18, serving 11.
Score here is 18-11.
Side out.
Beautiful shot from Megan, as she doesn't even let that back wall shot drop, but just kills it flat in the right
11,
corner.
serving
Excuse
18.
me, the left corner.
I like this serve right here.
Well, that's the Sean Lenning serve that I believe he should have used exclusively in the tiebreaker yesterday against Paul Brady. It's very, very difficult, Dave, to defend. It doesn't give you an offensive opportunity.
12, serving 18.
And it's a high margin for error serve.
Short. Second serve. Side out. Shot.
Fly pass from Ashling, really showing the full repertoire, Dave, of shots.
18, serving 12.
That's what I love so much about small ball handball, Dave. There's just so many shots that you have to learn and master and implement.
Point. $19, serving 12. Point.
So much power. The only way you can hit the sidewall and catch the crack is to hit the ball with
20,
that much pace.
Point, serving 12.
Ashling certainly has it.
Score here is 20-12.
First
Make
game
that
of
21-12 as Ashley Reilly wins the first game in 31 minutes. We will be back in just a bit. You stay around. We'll have game number 2 of the women's finals at the U.S. Open of Handball.
You're on your way to meet up with friends, but you can't seem to get anywhere quickly. You don't want your friends to be annoyed, so you text. You're on your way. Five seconds is the average time your eyes are off the road while texting while driving. Make sure you get where you're going.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Science, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
Rethink what you know about this Vegas icon. Elevate your expectations at the Stratosphere Hotel, Casino, and Tower. See what's new, up, down, and all around.
My name is Bruce Fabrizio. In 1975, I invented Simple Green based on 3 principles. It had to be safer to use, it had to work, and it had to be completely made in America. From generation to generation, Simple Green has been cleaning everything from car engines and tools to kitchen counters and floors. No matter what you clean, indoors or outdoors, clean it with non-toxic, biodegradable Simple Green.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't. because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's 1 every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
Here we go. We're gonna make some juice.
It's gonna be good.
She's excited. A little bit of kale.
Please don't put this on.
I'm putting it all over the line.
It's wet. It needs something. No, it'll go.
Don't break my juicer. Looks good.
You ready to try it?
Come on, baby.
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
It's okay.
Okay, all right.
They might surprise you.
She took another sip. You saw it?
Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.
At shelters, you'll discover healthy and loving animals just waiting to become a part of your family. Why wait? You can make a difference in the life of an animal. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person and adopt your new best friend today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Science, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
Are you getting this, honey?
Oh, prime time. We are rolling.
All right, Mama's gonna bring it home. Mama's gonna bring it home. Okay.
Come on, watch this guy.
Oh, backwards.
Oh, don't. Oh.
It went into Bob and Carol's yard. Oh, no? Okay, here it goes.
Oh, Mom!
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
All right, let's see what you can do. Let's go.
They might surprise you. Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.
Welcome back to the 2012 Simple Green U.S. Open Women's Final. This is game number 2. Aisling Reilly in the green, winning game number 1, 21-12 over the 2011 defending champion Megan Mehilos, living in Chicago, Illinois. Megan wearing the yellow shirt. That is not a polo sign on the back of Aisling's jersey. That's actually a logo from Irish GAA Handball. That shirt can be yours. Just come to a tournament that an Irish player attends and bring one of your old shirts.
Side out.
He'll give you his. It'll be sweaty and it'll smell.
0.
That's the true flavor of the Irish jersey.
Point.
And you see that beautiful left hand from Aisling Reilly is had the opening.
Serving 1. Short.
There's really no flaw in Aisling's game. I don't even know that any area of her game is stronger than another. It's just so well rounded. You can make an argument that she does every aspect of the game better than any other woman in the game.
Serving
she can play the roof, she can hit the corners. She can serve, take the ball off the back wall, but let's not sell Megan Mehilos short, Dave. She has been one of the steadiest players in the women's game for the last 10 years. The only player to ever win 4 collegiate national singles titles and 4 collegiate national doubles players. It's never been done before, Dave, and that record can only be tied.
Side out.
On that shot right there.
1, serving 1.
Well, Megan is certainly the can't hear anything from either headset, so.
Well, I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Delightful.
2, serving 1.
It's frustrating.
You sound like a Wolverine purring.
Side out. 1 serving 2.
1 serves 2.
Megan need to get off to a good start. She has not led at any point in this match. It's very difficult, Dave, to continuously to play from behind.
Side out.
I believe Megan asking for a bad bounce.
They don't fit right or something? Huh? Just do it. Just quickly.
We might have an equipment issue here.
Something wrong with her gloves. She picked out new gloves. She doesn't like how
Sometimes,
they
Dave,
are.
that happens. You're just not comfortable with the gloves you put on for whatever reason. Aisling does not like the delay. She would play through between the games and never call a timeout if it was up to her. Aisling Davis, similar to Maria Sharapova, who's playing in the finals of the year-end championships today against Serena Williams in Istanbul.
Okay, we have Reilly
both
serving.
about 6'2",
1.
unbelievably strong,
Short.
and incredibly focused.
Second serve. Point.
And another unforced error from Megan Mehilos. Generally, Dave, she's the player forcing the errors in those ceiling exchanges.
Side out. One, serving 3.
Megan goes with that high serve there. I believe that Aisling Reilly is just as effective with her left as she is with her right. Aisling Reilly wearing the green shirt. Megan actually wearing a yellow jersey, but that's not a WPH yellow jersey, though, Dave, she has actually been awarded one of those in the past. She won the women's only WPH Pro Stop.
Side out.
And there's a side out. Megan Mehilos from the Chicago area.
1, serving 3.
I believe she lives in LaGrange or Des Plaines, one of those two, in Iowa.
Hold it. Bad bounce.
You see Megan, Dave, back herself into that back left corner to use her right hand to take the ball back to the ceiling. She does that, Dave, because you can't bring the ball back down the left side wall with your left hand from that back left corner, but you can put the right spin on it
Point.
to the ceiling to run it back down that left wall with your right hand.
Two, serving 3.
Dave, believe it or not, this is not even close to being one of the first matches where there's more people behind the camera than there are watching the match. It happens quite a bit here in WPH, Dave. But we care about the product, not about the numbers.
Side out.
We're going to do the same job, Dave, whether 40 million people are watching or 4. And today there happen to be 4.
3, serving 2.
There's more than that.
Second serve. Point.
And Megan missed timing her dive a little bit there. She had to wait for that ball to bounce to see if it would pop off the side wall or run straight down the right.
4, serving 2.
It was sort of a tweener.
Replay. Four, serving 2. Short.
And that
called the serve short.
Was good. I
both
believe
agree.
Okay.
Second
Call
serve.
stands. Dave, this is very similar to last year's final match between these two, where Aisling looked to be completely in control. Midway through the second
5,
game,
serving 2.
after winning game number 1, and everything just fell apart for her. I know, Dave, that she's got that in the back of her mind, and that's one of the reasons she made this trip, Dave, to overcome and try and redeem
6,
herself
serving 2.
from that collapse last year.
Side out. Check the ball, please.
Ashley trying to let the ball go through her legs to take the back wall setup, and it
2,
hits her right
serving
foot.
6. Side out. Six, serving 2.
Dave, you see the difference between the women's game and the men's game. The women throw in so many different serves throughout a match. You see most of the men sticking with the same serve regardless of how well they're hitting it or what their opponent's doing to defend it.
Point.
And Megan seemed to push off a little bit there, trying to get to that shot down the right wall. It didn't matter.
7, serving 2.
Well, I think Aisling was in her way, though. Unlike yesterday in big ball when we saw outright tackles being performed against players in the way, I think Megan just kind of slightly put her hand on Aisling. Here we have a
point.
Well, you make it sound like it was happening on numerous occasions, but it only happened once.
That's your first. Score is 8, serving
And then we
2.
saw after that last night, and though I don't think you picked it up, both of those players that tackled each other and during that little heated moment were hugging each other over here, you know, hands on each other's shoulders, and they're best friends again.
That's how it is in big ball. Small ball, Dave, players go straight from the court to their private hotel rooms, never speak to each other, and they probably won't see each other until the next event. It's a collegial bunch. Great camaraderie, great memories.
Okay. This is game number 2. It was Aisling Reilly taking down Megan in the first game, Dave. Pretty lopsided victory there, and you said that they were trading shot for shot, point for point at one moment there, and that was true, but it didn't carry over here in the second game, as now Reilly's got another 6-point lead here.
She was letting it come this way, this way, this way, and you were actually crossing her. If she's waiting on it, you got to wait till she hits it. You can't get all the way in front of her.
Now John Bike is filling some time here by tutoring Aisling Reilly.
Okay, the score is 8.
John Bike is the 1997 World Singles Champion. Won that championship in Winnipeg.
John Bike is also the head referee here, and they pay their referees quite well, $100 a match to referee these games. And John Bike, with that teacher's salary, has been reffing every single match, leaving the courts with over $6,000 this weekend, which is slightly higher than the women's champion performing on this very court. It's a lot of reffing duties. Word has it that he and his doubles partner Waddy Dog declined having a referee during their match, so he could then officially say, I will ref this, and he got his $100. He also blew a controversial call against himself And that led to the victory where he ended up taking 8th place with Waddy. But that's what referees have to do. It's a difficult position.
11 serving 2.
And Dave, this second game now getting out of hand. Megan appeared to be within striking distance midway through that first game, but Aisling extended that 15-10 lead and closed out the game 21-12, but now leads 11-2. Very tall order here for Megan Mehilos to try and come back. I don't think Megan's played poorly at all, Dave, but Aisling has been so sharp, and her movement, Dave, has really been a determining factor, particularly compared to last year, where it didn't seem like she was able to move forward nearly as well as she is today.
Side out.
Reilly is
11 serving 3.
going to try to push this one in 2 games as opposed to going to tiebreaker in search of her $5,000 first place trophy. You can recall Anna Engel winning, I believe, the first 3 years in a row here.
12,
she won in 6, 7. Did she also win in 8? Or was that the year that she may have gotten defeated there, but I have a feeling she won in 2008 as well. You have to remember 2008 was that year that Paul Brady took a dive in the round of 8 to Luis Moreno, and Tony Healy defeated, I believe, Sean Linning in the finals.
11-8 defeated Sean Linning in the tiebreaker there.
Dave, even though we're talking about the women's game here and watching Megan Mehilos try to perform a miraculous comeback against Aisling Reilly, of just these 3 players, who do you fear, let's call it 4 players, who do you fear the most when you go into a match? Luis Moreno, Charlie Shanks, Sean Linning, or Paul Brady?
Paul Brady.
Well, he's going to be on the court today against Charlie Shanks. Do you think you have a chance against the other 3 when you go in there?
Yes, I would say legitimate chance. I don't feel like anyone in the sport has a legitimate chance against Paul Brady if he's at his very best. If Paul Brady is where he is this week, where he seems a little bit distracted and a little bit sloppy, I think a lot of, or at least 5 people enter the discussion as having a chance. All 3 of those names that you named, as well as Alan Garner.
Side out. Serving 5.
And Dave, Megan has not lost
Side out.
a match in 2 years, and now she's on the verge of not only losing, but losing badly.
5 serving 13.
Megan's just not getting any kind of offensive opportunities off of her serve. Aisling's pinning her in the back court. Megan will need to score some easy points with either some ace serves or some first strike kills if she's going to climb back into this match.
Down ball, good shot, point.
And that's the patented Megan Mehilos dive, Dave, is she goes down onto her stomach and the legs go out. You'll see this here, Dave.
6 serving.
Almost like
13.
a split. There's a lot of unique dives, Dave, in the women's game. I know you have your favorites.
serving 13.
You heard that score of 7-13 with Megan Mehilos trying to make a slight comeback here. This is that shot that I believe Aisling is so strong on, that revolving door. Step back shot. I don't know what you call that, Dave. Instead of going around the revolving door where you step back and take it.
Side out.
Instead of going around the revolving door and following the ball, you actually step back and let the ball go into the revolving door, and you step back and use your opposite hand.
So you're using your left then?
Yeah.
Okay. 13, serving 7.
I don't know what that name of that shot is I guess what I'm saying.
Well, I still think it's the revolving door. You're just taking with your left and not your right. The ball's still revolving.
The ball revolves, but you don't revolve. You step back. You see a lot of players do that, but all the top players go around the revolving door and follow the ball. The older guys will take a step back and sometimes off balance it. You saw Alan Garner is one of the very best of taking that step back and using his left.
14, serving 7.
Now you're seeing both of these women trading shots.
Point,
and that's one of those shots, Dave, that you just flip with the outside of your hand.
15,
the ball
serving 7.
clips the front wall and jumps into the side wall. Megan really had no play on it. Now it's Aisling just 6 points from holding all 3 major titles at one time, Dave.
Side out.
Aisling, Dave, the
7,
USHA 4-wall national champion, the world champion, and now it seems to be about to become the US Open champion.
Side out.
I'm not sure, Dave, if she's also the All-Ireland champion.
Well, it's safe to say she's won every major championship now
15,
after
7.
once again taking this US Open championship.
So you've already etched your name in that?
Yeah. Now we saw last year Aisling looked like she was complete control, winning the first game, losing the second game, and then losing in the tiebreaker because she aggravated an injury, and Megan came in and pounced on her really quickly when she sensed there was some blood there. That very same thing could happen again
16,
here. I don't think we ever hope for injuries or any type of issues like that. But never say never, Dave.
Nice play there from Megan. That's a 3-wall play, Dave. Spike, fly, pass. Megan hits that shot well. You think, Dave, she'll need to score at least 4 points in this inning.
7, serving 16.
Make that 5, Dave, as Aisling already at 16.
Side out.
And instead, she doesn't score any.
Sorry. Timeout. Reilly. 1 minute.
There's a 1-minute timeout. We will also take one. We'll be back in just a few seconds. Stay here at racefor8.com.
7.
My name is Bruce Fabrizio. In 1975, I invented Simple Green based on 3 principles. It had to be safer to use, it had to work, and it had to be completely made in America. From generation to generation, Simple Green has been cleaning everything from car engines and tools to kitchen counters and floors. No matter what you clean, indoors or outdoors, clean it with non-toxic, biodegradable Simple Green.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Science, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
Score is 16, serving 7.
We are back for game number 2 as Reilly trying to close out the second game and win the cash. Dave, are you hearing an echo on my voice?
A little bit, but you sound wonderful.
Okay.
17, serving 7.
Ashley and Dave calling that timeout at 16-7. She looked winded.
Point.
But now Megan not making it very difficult on her. 2 consecutive errors following the timeout.
18, serving 7.
And Dave, I don't think we'll see the same kind of reaction from Ashley that we did last week in Dublin, as now 3 straight errors. This match hasn't had the kind of drama.
The score is now 19-7.
And a timeout being called here again. We're also going to take one. Stay close at racefor8.com.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Time, the score is 19, serving 7.
He's a good kid, too.
Ashley and Dave calling her second timeout there, and Megan now 4 consecutive errors.
We're at 20, championship point, serving 7.
And I believe Ashley's completely exhausted. It's too late though now for Megan. I believe that she minimized those errors at 16-7. She might have had a chance.
There it is. Ashley Reilly takes down the championship. A little fist pump there. Not the same celebration as the World Championship, but there it is. Ashley Reilly wins the U.S. Open of Handball. And she thanks the referee walking off the court here. A nice paycheck and a great vacation in Southern California.
Well, Dave, not everyone here is like you and I on vacation. She came here with a purpose and a goal. And she's accomplished it, Dave. She now holds all the major titles in this sport at one time. She's like, Dave, the undisputed champion in boxing that comes to the ring with every belt.
This is for the webcast
that there is in the sport.
We are going to go to the court now and catch the celebration with Nadia Alvarado Sr.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the women's finals is over, and we have our current world champion winning this U.S. Open for the second time, and Megan Mehilos, who is our past national champion, past U.S. Open champion, came in second this time. So congratulations, Megan, and next year, well, hopefully you do a better job, and we would love to have you back with us again here for the Simple Green U.S. Open. Thank you so much, and we have a nice check for you too. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have Aislinn Reilly from Ireland, who is our current world champion and our U.S. Open champion. Thank you so much, Aislinn, and congratulations. This is Aislinn, would you like to say something to your country if they are happy with your performance?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say thanks very much to Simple Green and Bruce for putting on this fantastic tournament. You know, I always love coming over. So thanks to you and thanks to Bruce. To everybody back home, it's been a hectic couple of weeks. You know, I've come back from the Worlds and I've had fantastic support back home, and hopefully they'll all support me on the webcast. Thanks very much.
Very well. Thank you so much, and congratulations to Ireland for having a wonderful representative of your country and world and U.S. Open champion. Thank you so much.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Are you getting this, honey?
Oh, prime time. We are rolling.
All right, Mama's gonna bring it home. Mama's gonna bring it home. Okay.
Come on, watch this guy.
Oh, backwards.
Oh, don't. Oh.
It went into Bob and Carol's yard. Oh, no? Okay, here it goes.
Oh, no!
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
All right, let's see what you can do. Let's go.
They might surprise you. Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.